Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. For today's video, I'm going to be creating this makeup look that I'm wearing today. Super natural while still being very glam at the same time. You're getting coverage in the right areas, but we don't have too much of any heavy eye makeup. We don't have too much going on. So it's just perfect if you are a person who prefers to look a little more natural, but you still want to even out your skin tone. You love blush because obviously we have blush going on, but everything else is pretty toned down and just soft and pretty. And I'm trying out new products in this video, and let me just spoiler alert, there was not one thing that I tried today that I thought I could be without that or I could live without that. These are some bomb products and we're gonna get right into them. You're gonna see the application. So with that said, if you're interested in today's makeup look, just continue to watch. Guys, let's get started with today's trying new makeup. I am gonna put a little bit of this Dior lip oil. Okay, so today's video I'm super excited to share with you guys because first of all, I want to say thank you so much for my last trying new makeups video. I don't think I've had a makeup video that has performed that good. I mean, I know to other people that might sound like nothing, but the video is almost at like 7,000 views. Makeup videos never make it that far. So that to me was just so exciting because I just thought, okay, I can start sharing a little bit more makeup videos because I am seeing an interest in them. So today I have so much more new makeup to share with you guys. I have a whole set pretty much of new brushes that BK Beauty sent over to me. Like they sent me their entire line. They asked me if they could send me some brushes. I'm thinking, okay, they're gonna send me maybe like some bestsellers. No, it was a whole box of brushes and brushes and brushes. So I want to show you, first of all, the travel case. Genius to travel with. I'm sure you've had a travel case for brushes where your brushes end up being all wonky and squished. This comes up and you zip it up and you travel with it, but then you can bring it down and use it as your brush case. So this is amazing for travel, for vacations. I'm gonna be moving in a week and this is definitely just, I'm gonna pack this up just like how it is. But I've never tried BK Beauty brushes, so we're gonna try them together and I will give my opinion on these. So I'm so excited to use those today. I have new affordable makeup. I have new releases from Sephora. I have a lot to get into today and I'm so excited to be doing it with you guys. I already did my brows. I already did exfoliating with my First Aid Beauty facial radiance pads, which are a must for my makeup prep. And now I have some new skin care products that I want to try out to prep my skin for makeup. Hopefully it goes well because after this I'm going to dinner with my family. So fingers crossed none of these products are horrible and I look put together. So I have two products that I'm super excited to try out. I have the Anua PDRN hyaluronic acid serum. This has that whole like salmon DNA. I do not want to say the other word because it always disgusts me when I hear it, but it's all the rave right now in the skincare community, so we're gonna give it a try. It's supposed to be like really hydrating and great for the skin, so I'm going to go in with a little bit of this one first. I'm gonna go ahead and clip this back to get this out of the way. Okay, so right now I don't have anything on my face except for the facial radiance pads that I use, which always give me like this really nice glow. Like there's nothing on my skin right now, it's just that. This product is a radiant plumping serum for glass skin. It has the salmon DNA, 3% hyaluronic acid to provide deep hydration, keeping your skin soft and smooth, and hydrolyzed collagen helps to maintain the skin's moisture barrier. I always get a little nervous when I try anything new on my skin, but the consistency of this looks insane. It's literally like super watery. This kind of has the consistency of a toner. What? Whoa, yeah, super duper runny. But then when you start spreading it into your skin, you do feel like how moisturizing it is. No fragrance to it. That is also a plus. Okay, so far I'm getting like really good first impressions out of this because there is no strong fragrance. Very thin, which this is a type of consistency that my skin always really loves. So I am going to also put a little bit of this Honest Beauty Hydro Gel Cream. I've raved about this for years at this point, and I'm pretty much running out of this one. One of my all-time favorite gel creams to prep my skin skin for makeup. And if you are new to my channel, or if you're watching me because of beauty content, I do have, I would say, dry to normal skin. Ooh, I will say the way that my moisturizer is gliding on the skin after that serum, it feels really cooling, and it's like my skin is like drinking it up. So I kind of do feel a difference with that, which is very unique. So yeah, I would say I have dehydrated skin. I always thought that I had super dry skin, but my skin doesn't really peel, or like I don't have any dead skin or flaky skin. It's just super dehydrated. So I have to add a lot of like thin moisturizers and gel creams to get it to look really glowy and healthy before I go on with makeup. So the next product that I am so excited to try out is another product that's so up my alley. When I saw this, I haven't heard too much about it. I've never even tried this brand. It's called Mara, and it is the algae beta-glucan pearl peptide glaze. This is supposed to plump, prep, and hydrate with our 3-in-1 skin brightening essence infused with anti-aging pearl powder and our proprietary algae. This lightweight luminous glaze is brimming with marine collagen peptides and beta-glucan to hydrate dry skin, naturally stimulate collagen production, and strengthen the skin barrier. Okay, so let's put this on, and then that's going to be it for our skin prep. I don't want to do too much because that can cause pilling. So here is the product. It has this beautiful pearl glow to it, as you can see. Again, super runny texture. Ooh, I think my skin is very happy. These types of textures is what my skin thrives on. If I try to go in with a super thick moisturizer, it never goes well. My skin starts kind of like itching. I feel like it's just sitting on top of my skin, but these types of products just sink, like it already drank it up. Wow, the texture of this is insane. And there's a really pretty, just like glowy look to the skin. So very excited about this. This is a little pricey. I've been telling you guys that I was trying to be like on a no buy, and I was not going to buy new makeup or anything. And it's been kind of like 2 months since I've been like really slowing it down. And after all of the stress that we've been going through with the move and everything, and now that everything is like finalized and we're pretty much just about to leave, I was like, I'm gonna do a little shopping. I'm gonna treat myself. I placed an Ulta order. I placed a Sephora order. So I am using these products in this video, and I'm also gonna do a haul after this for both because I'm not going to be able to use everything at once. But now that we have our skin prepped, I think I'm just gonna go in with bronzer on my eyes today. When I go out, I usually don't do too much to my eyes, so I'm definitely gonna keep it pretty simple when it comes to the eye makeup today. I am putting the One Size Beauty Turn Up the Base Concealer as prep, and I am going to blend that out with the BK Beauty 205 brush. I'm doing my entire makeup today with the BK Beauty brushes, nothing else. So I'm literally a little nervous because I have found my favorite brushes to use, which are the Makeup by Mario brushes, but we're gonna do our makeup with only these. So this is the shape of the 205 brush. Let's just go ahead and blend this out. They're so soft is the first thing. Wow, super soft brushes, very gentle on the skin, which is amazing because I have tried brushes where they're a little scratchy and my skin gets red from like the slightest little scratch. This brush already is a yes for me. So soft. So I hope that you guys are doing great today. Let me know how you're doing. I am pretty tired and just drained because it's been so much going on at the same time, but I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be more excited. I think I'm gonna do a little bit more vlogging. I know a lot of you guys enjoy vlogs. This way I can bring you guys along in as much as I can because I know it's going to be hectic. Now that I have my eyes with the concealer, I'm gonna go ahead and take a fluffy brush. I have the 201 and the 212. I think I'm gonna go with the 201. It feels a little less dense and a little more fluffy. And I am going to take my Haus Labs Power Sculpt Velvet Bronzer. This is the old formulation. They came out with a new one. I want to try it, but then at the same time, I have my old one, so I don't know if it's kind of like a waste of money. I don't know if they really changed it a lot, but I have the shade Light Level 4, and this has been one of my favorite bronzers for a while. So I am just going to swirl the brush in the bronzer and just go ahead and messily put that all over the crease, and also kind of bringing it in like a V shape because I'm not really going to do shadow today. So I just want to give my eyes a little bit of color to them so they don't look so pale like this one does. Kind of bring it down into the lid, just everywhere. It's going to make your makeup look really put together without trying too hard. And you don't waste a lot of time either if you're in a rush. This is pretty much it. So what I'm gonna do now to emphasize the eyes, because this is so simple, is my all-time favorite Winx press-on lashes. But first, before I do that, I am going to curl my lashes, and I'm going to put on a waterproof mascara because waterproof mascara just holds the curl much better for my lashes. My lashes, any little thing will weigh them down, and then they will just stick straight down. I'm gonna go in with the Benefit Bad Gal Bang Waterproof Mascara and just put some of this because I'm not going to fill in my entire lashes with the pressed lashes. I'm only gonna put maybe some on the outer corners. And then now quickly, I'm just gonna go ahead and add a few of these, and we're gonna get right into the new products that I want to try out. So I just grab them with my tweezer, keep a mirror underneath my lashes, place them right underneath and kind of pinch them together. And since you have mascara on, it's going to blend in with each other and you won't be able to tell where it's press-on lashes and where it's ear lashes. Okay, now I'm going to take a 12 mm and I might just keep it at that right next to the 14. Kind of like to go like this to kind of like give them a lift. All right, that's it for the eyes. Let's get into the fun part. So far these two brushes, yes, love them. Next up, we have this product right here, which is another product I am super excited about. And this is the Rimmel London Multitasker Better Than Filters. This is a primer, highlighter, plus glow booster. And I got it in like the fairest shade because the other one looked like it was going to be a little orangey, and it does come with a nice applicator wand, and it's super liquidy as well. Well, maybe I could have gone with the second shade, but this is going to go underneath foundation anyway, so it's okay. So now I'm just going to take this BK Beauty N17 brush. Very interesting brush. Oh, these brushes are so soft, you guys. Oh my god, this Rimmel product, this is so gorgeous. It evened out my skin tone. It's getting rid of like any redness that I have. It's giving me the most gorgeous glow. It was like $9 for this. So you don't need to buy super expensive makeup to get the look that you're looking for. This is absolutely beautiful. It feels great on the skin. This brush feels amazing on the skin too. It's so soft. That blended into the skin flawlessly. So far, obsessed at the way that this blended into the skin. We are so ready for makeup. That's how you want your skin to look, especially if you have dry, dehydrated, dull skin. If you have oily skin, you might not want to follow my steps because I do add a lot of glow to the skin. But even if you have oily skin, you can always set your makeup with powders. Next up, I'm super excited for these, and this is also an affordable product, so I love to talk about affordable makeup. And these are the Maybelline Lifter Sticks. These have been out for a minute, and since I wasn't buying makeup, I just kept it in my cart or in my wish list. I knew once I was ready to place an order for makeup, this was going to be one of the products that I was going to get. So these are multi-use face sticks, so you can use them for different things. Like I have two shades here because I'm going to do bronzing and also use it as my base. So the Maybelline Lifter Sticks multi-use face stick is creamy multi-use face stick that covers, contours, and highlights. So I picked the shade 20 for my base, and then I went with 55 for the bronzing. So let's just jump right in. I'm just gonna go ahead and swipe it, and I think this color should be perfect. It's very blendable and creamy, so I pretty much just drew it all over my face. Which brush is it that everybody on social media loves? The 109 brush. I think I've heard a lot about this brush. Kind of reminds me of the Makeup by Mario. Look at that. It's like a little kitten paw. It looks really soft and it has the same shape as the Makeup by Mario. So let's just try it. Oh my god, these brushes are so soft. I recommend these brushes, period. Like I've already tried a few of them, and the way that they don't scratch your face or feel too stiff, but then they're not too flimsy, because I have bought from other companies before where the brushes look really soft, but then when you try to blend your makeup with them, they're super flimsy and they're just not doing anything. But this has the right amount of density to it without it being too stiff. And this is making the skin look really natural, glowy, but evened out my skin tone. Like, Today looks like a good makeup day, hopefully. I think I'm gonna take these with me so that I could keep trying them. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and use the shade 55 to warm up my skin. It is pretty warm, this color, so hopefully it doesn't look too orangey. And I'm just gonna use the same brush. Oh my God. You can probably do a full face with just this brush. The way that these blend into each other, so buttery, smooth, affordable makeup for the win. Love it. So here is the shade 55. Really nice to warm up the skin, but it doesn't look too orangey in my opinion. It blended out really nicely. Now we have a new concealer to try out, and this concealer is from It Cosmetics. I got this with my own money, and this is the Do It All concealer. It's a serum concealer, and I was just so excited to try this concealer because I've been hearing such good things about this concealer. So this concealer is a medium coverage creaseless concealer and multivitamin serum that visibly plumps, conceals, hydrates, and visibly brightens. There's vitamins B5 and E to soothe and nourish skin. There's hyaluronic acid to hydrate and plump the skin. And it is available in 26 shades. So you have this little sponge applicator here, and the concealer is going to come out from right there. I got mine in the shade Light Neutral 210. Look at the skin, you guys. Radiant, healthy looking. Everything so far has been great. My skin is feeling great. I'm gonna go ahead and put some right under the eyes. Ooh, even this shade is kind of dark. I thought I went a little light. That's okay though. I don't really like too light of a concealer because I noticed it can make me look kind of like ashy. So I wanted to cover. I'm gonna put some right here. It feels really smooth and creamy when you're applying it. This is kind of like perfect to conceal anything on my face because it's literally like my skin tone. So I might just get one that's like one shade lighter than this one to brighten, but I feel like it's a good shade. I have two that kind of interest me for concealer. We have the 114, which has a very interesting shape. I think this could get into the inner corner. And then we also have the Nikki LaRose. I watch her on YouTube. This is her set. So this one's the N16 brush. And this one looks good for concealer too. But I am going to start off with the 114 and see how this blends out. Oh my God. What is going on in the makeup world? This concealer's fire. And this brush. Wow. If you are looking for new brushes, say no more. Look no further. BK Beauty. Definitely. Honestly, I like them more than my Morphe brushes. So to me, it's like the Makeup by Mario brush that I love that kind of has this shape. This is like that brush pretty much. So I do want to try this smaller one, the N16, to see. Oh, they're so soft. And this concealer just melts into the skin. Barely had to put any work because it just does it for me. And this shade, even though it's not brightening, I do brighten with under eye powders and things like that. So I think this shade is actually really nice. If you want your makeup to look more natural, you don't want it to be like super glam or crazy, and you're around my skin tone, Light Neutral 210. If you have dry skin and if you have mature skin, I think this concealer is gonna be a hit for us because it concealed, it evened out the skin around my eye area. The creasing, minimal. I don't want you guys to ever expect that a concealer is not going to crease at all because I feel like that's just unreal. Like, it's unrealistic. We have lines under our eyes, we smile, we make expressions. Things are going to settle in there, but the way that this is sitting and like kind of just smoothing my under eye, making it look very hydrated and plump and beautiful. This concealer is amazing as well. So far I haven't had anything that's been like disappointing. So now that we have that done, ooh, I do want to try a little bit bit of this too, even though I already have a little bit of a bronzing going on. This is the Cali Ray Sun Drip Skin Boosting Peptide Serum Bronzer. I was really curious about this. I added this in my cart last minute just because I saw someone on TikTok using it and they said that it was just a very easy just bronzer to put on, even on days that you don't want to wear a lot of makeup. Maybe you just want to put on some skincare but you want to bronze your skin a little bit. They said this was perfect. It's supposed to be streak free, multitasking drops, smoothing bronzing serum, lightweight and luminous for a sun-kissed glow. It's very bronzy. It looks more bronzy than online. Very beautiful, like shimmery bronzer. I think this would be great for vacation. It kind of like matches my nails. Okay, so this one I'm just going to pump on the back of my hand, and then from there I will pick it up. So here's how it looks on my hand, and I'm just gonna pick it up with this 112 brush. It's a little angled and it looks perfect for what I'm trying to do. So I'm just gonna dip my brush in here, get it all over my brush, and just, ooh, this really bronzes the skin. It feels so good. It feels refreshing. It's not heavy at all. And the amount of bronziness that it's giving, it's like the perfect amount. It's not too sheer to the point that it like blends into nothing. Like you can see, definitely added a bronziness while still looking super natural and beautiful. This could be like an everyday bronzer, especially during summertime. If you have a really nice tan and you just want to make that pop, kind of bringing it down because I am super pale. Love it. I don't even know how in the end I'm going to like recommend anything over the other because everything is working together perfectly. I love that. I love a smooth, good makeup day. So now that we have all of the bronzing, I have new blushes. I'm very excited about, I have two blush formulas that I haven't tried. I have the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Matte Bouncy Blush in the shade Hope. And then I have the Haus Labs Color Fuse Glassy Blush Balm in Glassy Ginger, which I think I might just like kind of layer them to see how they look. So let's start off with the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Blush. I have not tried this formula. I only picked up one shade. I was good. Usually when there's new release in makeup, I'll pick up like 3 or 4 shades of something. And then if I don't like the formula, I'm stuck with a bunch of them. So I just picked up one. And then if this one is good, I can go ahead and maybe get a shade or 2 more. So I got the shade Hope. So here is the packaging for this one. I have heard nothing but good things about this formula and how it blurs the pores and it's very smooth. Okay, I'm just gonna take the same one that I used for foundation. This is the 109. I kind of see why it's a favorite because I kind of want to use it for every step that I'm doing, but I am gonna take a little bit of this blush and we're gonna start pigment. But it's not pigment like the liquid blushes. You can definitely sheer it out. It's a little more forgiving. I'm also going to put a little bit right here on the nose. Really pretty blush shade. Definitely like this. I'm going to look at the formula now. Close up in a mirror. Very buildable. Very pretty shade. That is so smooth. I also finally got my skin back to a good place because it's been a little bit of a struggle. But this Rare Beauty blush, really, really pretty. I love it. And now let's just put a little bit of the Haus Labs Ginger on top, even though we're not going to really get the shade itself because I am mixing it with another one, but I just have to. I feel like this is one of the new shades, by the way. I didn't pick up the ones that are like bronzers, which is kind of like a blush mixed with a bronzer, because those types of shades almost never work for me. Oh, this is very similar to the shade that we put on. It did add like a dewiness to the skin because this formula, it will give you like the glassiest, prettiest skin and blends out in 2 seconds. How pretty. I cannot wait to wear this one by itself to see how it looks. But both of those together, I have so many products when it comes to setting that I don't know what to use. I did pick up the new Givenchy Prism Libre 4-color pressed powder. I wasn't going to pick this up, but the curiosity got the best of me. Some people are saying that it's amazing because they did change the formula of the loose one and it's shimmery now, which is insane. So some people are saying that this sucks. It is not good, that it's drying. So first of all, the compact is very beautiful and luxurious, and it comes with a little brush, and then you have your powder right here. I did pick up the shade 3, which is like the pinky shade. Let me wait for my lighting to act right. So we have this powder, we have the Too Faced Born This Way Soft Blur Flexible Finish Setting Powder, which I've been hearing so much about. This is in the shade Light right here. Really cute heart compact. I don't know what to set my under eyes with. And then this right here. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Soulmates face palette. Again, I was not gonna get this, but then I thought to myself, my all-time favorite setting powder is the Charlotte Tilbury powder. That one's like #1 for me. The way that it blurs my skin and smooths my skin and my pores, there's nothing like it. First of all, tell me that this isn't the cutest packaging you have ever seen. And then on top of that, we have the pressed powder in a pink shade, which they should definitely release in a full size. I would buy that, no questions asked. And then we have a blush. Kind of really want to try the Givenchy one just because I want to see if it reminds me of the loose one. And then I don't know, maybe I'll do one eye with this one and one eye with the Charlotte Tilbury one. But I am just gonna take a puff, and before I go and do that, I'm gonna take the same brush that I used for my concealer, since it's been a few minutes, just blend out any creases, which is so minor with this concealer. Oh my god, this concealer is beautiful. Might be my next favorite concealer. And I'm gonna take a puff into the Givenchy powder, see if this either ruins the makeup or if we got a good powder here. Oh baby, we got a good powder here. I need to tell my mom about this. Definitely smoothed out my under eye. I don't find it drying. Honestly, I feel like it's sitting really nice on the skin. If a powder is going to be really drying, I would notice it right away because my under eyes will get like super wrinkly and just crepey, and that is not happening with this one. It is smooth. It's beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and try the Charlotte Tilbury on the other side, and if they look too different, I'll kind of mix them with each other. But we're gonna do the pink Charlotte Tilbury powder on the other eye. So just so that you can see, here is without anything. You can see where the light is hitting it. You can see if I have any little bit of texture peeking through, and then here it is set. It's smooth. My pores are blurred. So let's try the Charlotte Tilbury one now and see what this one does, because this is my all-time favorite setting powder. This will smooth the heck out of your skin. They're very similar to each other. So Givenchy did a good job, because to get close to Charlotte Tilbury, it takes a lot. They're both beautiful. The shades are really nice. They're brightening under the eyes, definitely. I also like to kind of go in here with powder so that I'm not like too glowy and sticky in those areas. And I'm also going to take a little bit of the Givenchy and put a little bit right here just to get rid of too much shine here. So there are the powders. Love. I'm not gonna use this blush today. I might just use it another day because I do have other blushes that I really want to try out. I am super excited about this one because I thought that it was going to be way too drying, but it's definitely not, and it's smoothing and just gorgeous. So now that we have that done, I'm gonna go in with my House Labs bronzer that I used on my eyes. This feels kind of nice. The 111. It's kind of like flat. You know what? I'm just done. Like, BK Beauty, what magic spell did you put on your stuff? Because even the brushes that are like more dense looking are going to give you a flawless application. Period. Not me using my daughter's slang. Slay queen. This bronzer is already great, and with this brush, I think this is going to be my new bronzer brush. It kind of really chisels the cheekbone and gives me more control on where I'm putting that bronzer. I'm in love. I'm obsessed. Okay, so now that we have bronzer done, actually let me put a little bit of bronzer right here on my nose as well. What a good makeup day. So for blush, I am really excited to try this formula because I did not pick them up when they were released. This is the Say Super Suede Radiant Blush Powder, and I got it in the shade Mia and Bella. Now the reason why I got these blushes is because when you're looking at them from far away, like if you're watching someone's video and you're seeing the compact, or if you go to the store and just look at them, it just looks like a normal blush. I mean, the packaging is absolutely beautiful, but the glow that this blush gives people is what caught my attention. I believe these are baked blushes, and it is a radiant blush. So that just caught my attention. I'm going to show you the other shade. So here is Mia, which I think is the one I'm going to go with today. It's kind of fitting the vibes. This one's definitely more of like a mauve. Ooh, that is so pretty. So here they are side by side. This one's definitely a more punchy baby doll pink color. This one's more great for like every day. Really, you can kind of see the radiance right there. I will try Bella in a different look, but today I'm gonna go with Mia. Let's see what brush. Ooh, this one's nice. This is the Nikki the Rose N15 brush. Love it. What a pretty color. It is like the perfect mix between having a little bit of pink in there. I definitely see pink peeking through, but also mauve and soft and natural. It's not like a color that doesn't look natural on the skin. Very, very beautiful. I might have put a little too much on this side, but it's okay. Now to smooth the transition from the blush to the under eye, I'm just going to put a little bit of this About Face. This is the Curtain Call Set and Smooth Loose Powder. I don't think I've used this one on YouTube with you guys. This is how the powder looks, and I got it in the shade Bow. I'm just gonna go in and kind of put that right in between the blush and the concealer. Even though this powder is definitely more of like a natural powder, it's not super smoothing like some other powders can be, but it definitely sets really nicely. And it's definitely more of like a natural one. So if you don't want something that's too dramatic, or perfect also for people with dry skin as well, because it's not going to dry your skin out. As you can see, I already had powder underneath this powder and it blended in beautifully and doesn't look too cakey. I'm also going to take a little bit and go right here, just to blur out the pores that I have here, because I do have a little bit of scarring on my forehead from acne when I was younger. Then I'm just gonna go back in with my bronzer brush and kind of marry those two together. This will just help the makeup last a little longer since I am going to go out after this. I powder my lips every time with like, I use the same powder puff for my lips. It could make the sponge kind of ugly, but I have to powder my lips because if I have like an oil, I feel like my lip liner doesn't glide on as pigmented. It doesn't stay put. Now tell me why I have 5 new lip liners. I think I'm gonna go with this one today. This is the new Sephora lip liner formula, and this is the 8-hour colorful transfer proof lip liner. Everyone has been saying that this lip liner is insane when it comes to longevity. I got the shade that I thought I was going to love the most, 02 Soft Suede. I think I'm gonna go with this one because I've been very excited to get this. I really like the way that it looked in swatches and all that, so let's just go in with this one. Ooh, that's a very pretty, like, natural, almost matches my lip. You guys, this is literally my lip color. So overlining with this is perfect because you can't see where the liner starts and where the liner ends. It just gave me a more defined lip. This is very creamy as well without it being too slivery creamy, but just the right amount to really just make it very easy to glide on. I think this is the most cool toned color that I've gotten that actually works. I wonder if I can add a little bit of Endless Cacao, but I'm scared because this is already cool enough on me. I'm just going to add a little bit of Endless Cacao at the bottom to kind of bring out my lip, and then just a little right here. I think that's the only way that I can make this shade work. Because if I was to line my entire lip with this color, it looks like gray. It doesn't even look flattering on me. But yeah, this Sephora formula, recommend 1000%. Now, I think I'm gonna go in with these two because I haven't tried this right here. And then this lipstick, I'm sure I had it back in the day for sure. It is reformulated and it's been so long, so it's kind of new to me. So this is the MAC Maximal Sleek Satin Lipstick, and I got it in the shade Cream Cup. I used to use this way back in the day, and they definitely made their lipsticks longer. I wonder if they still smell. I used to love them. You can't smell it as much as before, but MAC lipsticks had the best smell ever. So this is Cream Cup. Ooh. Ooh. That is gorgeous. Oh my god, that's so pretty. Perfect contrast between the lip liner. And then on top of that, I'm going to put this Rhode Peptide Lip Tint. They sent over some products and this was one of the ones that I chose. This is in the shade Ribbon. So I'm going to put a little bit of this to add some glossiness to the lips. Ooh. What do you guys think? How does this look on me? I'm not used to this type of liner, but I think it's really pretty. This one feels so nice and smooth compared to, I had another shade that was like a darker shade, and that one I could feel a little like grainy things on it, but this one I feel really smooth. So what I'm gonna do is let me add a little bit of liner. So these next steps are always like finishing touches for my makeup. I'm gonna put on some brown eyeliner in my waterline. I know a lot of people don't do this anymore, but I like to kind of make my eyes look more catty, so liner helps to close them off a little bit. Some people want to open up their eyes. I like to kind of close them up a bit. It just makes it look a little more sultry. And then I'm also going to take my bronzer, and to kind of tie in what you put in the crease, I'm going to take a tiny brush, and this is going to be the 210 right there. And I'm just gonna dip this into my bronzer and also put this on the lower lash line. And it's not too noticeable, but it just adds a nice touch to your makeup. I'm gonna take a little bit of this Fenty U Mist to set my makeup down. All right, so last step is this MAC Giga Black Lash or Extended Play Giga Black Lash Mascara. I'm gonna put this on the lower lashes. I have a ton of lower lashes, so I've always put mascara under here. I realize that some people are starting to do that now as a trend, but I have always liked to put on lower lash mascara because I like my lower lashes to match with my top ones. You guys think I really like it. I feel like the makeup looks natural yet glam and done up at the same time. So here is the finished look. I am probably going to be back once I am settled to continue to do more get ready with me's here. I've been enjoying them so much. I feel like I can talk more, express myself more, give a little bit more in-depth information about the products. Really had so much fun today. And like always, thank you so much to those of you who watch my beauty content. You don't know how much it means to me. It's a passion that has been there since I can remember. So when I do these types of contents, I feel like just I'm doing my passion and I'm doing what I love. So I'm happy that I can help anyone with any tips. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave them below. I try to get to you guys as much as I can and try to reply as much as I can. Let me know what you thought of the products that I tried, which products caught your attention, which ones you would like to try. I'm going to go ahead and list as many of these products as I can in the description box below. I do make commission out of those links. I like to be transparent with you, but anyone who shops through those links, I appreciate it so much. It helps me put back into my channel, so I will always be grateful for that. And I can't really sit here and say what stood out to me the most because every single product that I used today impressed me. I'm in love with everything that I use. The Rimmel product, the glaze from Mara. Oh my god, there's so many good things. And of course, the BK Beauty brushes. I'm going to list them below as well. I think there might be a code that they have. I need to go through my emails and see if they sent like a discount code. If they did, I'm going to share it here on the screen, and I'm also going to put it in the description box. If you're looking for good quality brushes, look no further. I mean, you saw in real time the way that they applied my makeup. So I'm going to stop yapping because this video is going to be too long. So thank you so much for being here. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will see you guys in my next video.